Look out! I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. I've found you, I see you, with almost hawk eyes, and I'm coming for you. Who reads the terms and conditions? I was like, ugh, that's not pretty. I had my come to money moment. Beans stayed in my bank account. I'm an idiot. I'm not going to get my money's worth. Shifty. We pressed the button in the first place. And run away with your money. Oh, Kim, you're getting me fired up. That's a little taste of today's conversation. Welcome back to the Virtual Cafe for this special episode of the Simply Biz Beans podcast. This one is going to be a little bit different, and I thought I would put this warning here before we dive in. If you have little people in the car with you right now, or I'm sitting on your kitchen bench on speaker, in about 1 minute, you might want to press the pause button and resume listening at a more appropriate time slot. This whole podcast is rated E, and this episode is one reason why. It's not excessive, however, it may offend some people. Now let's dive straight in. What grinds my beans? Are you ready? Come on, let's go. It's coffee time. This episode contains some coarse language and listener discretion is advised. Hello, Kim.
Kerry!
What's going on?
Oh, is everything okay, Kerry?
Actually, I gotta confess, no.
Oh, what's wrong, Kerry?
I've got a few things that are ticking me off.
Oh, no. Tell me more, Kerry.
Well, here's the thing. There's a thing on my phone, and it's called an app store. And you know what it does? That little bastard tries to trick me all the time. And I'm actually getting a little bit fed up with it, Kim.
Is it trying to trick you, Kerry?
Abso-frickin-lutely it is. It is not nice. It's not my friend. And do you know what it does? It's got this pissy little tiny microscopic message under the button that says in-app purchases. And I'm like, for starters, I don't always see it. Sometimes it doesn't mean what you think it means. And other times, bam, it stings you. I had an app a few weeks ago that I wanted to download. Can't remember what day of the week it was, doesn't really matter. But I knew I wasn't going to get to play with it until the weekend. And when I downloaded this app, it must have had that little in-app purchases, little tiny microscopic shit thing underneath it. You know, you don't really... Who pays attention? Who reads the terms and conditions? Anyway, so I pressed the button, got the app, and something popped up. I think it was like you got a 7-day free trial and then you're going to be charged this. And I was like, what the hell? Wait, what? Oh my God. Oh, okay. Well, you know, say it's Tuesday and okay, I'll look at it on Saturday. And I went off and I made a cup of coffee. Delilah was being good to me for a change. And I was thinking, hang on a minute. Am I going to get around to that on Saturday? Am I actually going to do that on Saturday or Sunday before this 7-day thing runs out? I wasn't sure, Kim. So I made my coffee and I went back and I undid exactly what I did. I went into the, I don't know, what's it called, Apple account, iTunes account, App Store, I don't know, that place in the phone, in all the connected things that probably even knows my jock size, let's be honest. And I went back and I undid the whole thing. I went, nah, I'm getting out. I'm getting out of this because chances are, come the weekend, I will have forgotten because I will have done 50 other thousand things in the meantime. Nah, I'm out.
Oh my goodness, Kerry.
Sorry, that was a bit of a moment, wasn't it?
Well, I have those feelings too. I just haven't seen you this fired up. So what happened though, after you undid it?
That was it. It was gone. But I did the right thing because I didn't just delete the app, because anyone that's spent a little bit of time with me knows if you just delete the app, you will still get charged. Deleting an app does not stop those charges, assholes. So I went back in, I undid all the things, I took it away, and then I went and deleted the app, and then I forgot all about it. Until this conversation, this was just a few weeks ago. And life went on. Beans stayed in my bank account.
So what you're saying, Kerry, is you didn't ever get charged because you made sure you did it?
On this occasion, I won't confess that's true for previous occasions for practically all my life, but on this occasion, yes.
Well, Kerry, is that all that has got you worked up this morning?
Well, now that I've kind of gotten warmed up and kind of made a start, let's see. Do you know what? I think someone was really clever many years ago and they invented this subscription. They invented the recurring payments. And it was actually a really good business idea. I think it's good. I'm not against subscriptions. I'm not against recurring payments. I just know how sneaky they are, Kim. And I just know that we have to watch them with almost hawk eyes. So I'm not against them, and I think it's a good business model, but I just know they're like ninjas in the night that come into your bank account or your credit card and run away with your money.
So, Kerry, is it that we're not paying attention, or is it that they're sneaky?
I think it's both, Kim. I think it is both, and the reason I think it is both is because we press buttons. We live in a fast-paced society. The world as we know it, it's 2023. There's lots going on. We're all moving and shaking and doing all the things. So it's easy to lose track. Sometimes they're a little bit, I don't think sneaky is the right word. I'm going to call them shifty. Sometimes they're shifty. However, we pressed the button in the first place. They didn't press the button for us. They didn't download the tool. They didn't enter our credit card details. We did it. So we are the guilty party number one. So we do have to have an element of responsibility in this.
So if that's the case, though, Kerry, we have the control to take it back.
Exactly.
We definitely get to choose. And Kerry, I have a horrible story of where I have forgotten for things for like years and didn't realize, and every time it popped up it was less than $20. And so I just kind of blew it off. I don't really have time to deal with this today. And then all of a sudden another month would go by and it was another charge. And it was like, oh, I need to take care of that. And a lot of times I would write myself a note and then I would just be too busy. And this is just true confession here. I wasn't really that busy, but I didn't want to do it because it was hard. They made it hard to cancel it, Kerry.
And that's a real thing too, Kim. And that actually really grinds my beans because it's so easy to press the button. It's so easy to sign up. It's so easy to get the toys and the tools. And then when you want to cancel it, oh my God, they bury that shit so deep. It's like, and half the time you've got to reach out to customer support. And then if you're lucky, they've got a chat feature. If you're lucky, you actually get connected with an agent pretty quickly. But most of them, I actually had one a while back, Kim, where I reached out to the company. I tried the chat. I emailed. I did all the things because for the life of me, I could not find the button online. Sure, sign up again. Sure, upgrade your plan. Sure, spend more money. But not so sure about cancelling, not so sure about opting out. Oh, Kim, you're getting me fired up. But I want to go back to something else that you said, if that's okay. It is very easy to sit there and go, oh, and this is not picking on you, Kim, and I'm not passing any judgment. You know, I love you dearly. But it is absolutely easy to go, oh, it's just $20 a month. I'll do it next month. I'll do it next week. Oh, yep, I'll get around to it. And then when you look at that, that's building up. If you do that over a year, or you do that over, you know what I mean? Like the money is mounting up that is flying out of our bank accounts because we didn't take the time to do the thing. And yes, that's on the easy scale. If they are easy to cancel, sometimes they're not, and sometimes it's painful. You do have the option to maybe, I don't know what you guys do, but here you can phone a friend, you can phone the bank, and you can put on the stop payment and just say, no, I'm out. Like you can just cancel it that quickly. And sometimes that's the faster way to do it if you've got a bank you can get through to on the phone really quickly, because sometimes that's a bit elusive as well. But anyway, in theory, it is worth it because you are going to save over time for the effort that you put in.
So, Kerry, I'll make a true confession about that $20 payment. You will not be proud of me for this. It's been going on long enough that I could have bought round-trip tickets for me and others to come and see you all the way over in Australia, because it had been going on for a lot of years and I didn't even recognize it. I didn't realize, and that's horrible to admit out loud, especially to you, Kerry, but it's true.
Well, Kim, you're in a safe place and you're amongst friends. There is absolutely no judgment from me whatsoever. I probably don't even remember how many of those I've had in my lifetime. Gym memberships. Oh my God, Kim, I remember so many years ago walking into one of those new fancy gym complexes. You know, they had all the equipment and they got the pool and the sauna and free towels and free this and free water bottle, all the things. And it was, I was a spring chicken at the time. And I got completely sucked in by the salesperson. And I remember signing this contract, and I can't remember why, Kim, but it had the little cooling off period at the bottom of the contract. I went home and I think within a week I opted for the cooling off period because I realised I'm an idiot. I ain't going there on a regular basis. I'm not going to get my money's worth. It was not the kind of place that I would even hang out. And I had to pull the get out of jail free card on that one.
So, Kerry, let me just confess this too. You're just not going to be proud of me at all during this episode. I think that I have joined who knows how many gyms, like who knows how many of those. And honestly, I didn't want to cancel it because there was always hope that I was going to go. There was hope that I was going to just suddenly lose weight because I had that membership, or something was going to be magical. And I just kind of laughed because who knows how much money I helped other people have great gym equipment by paying those. But that I didn't go. I went a couple times, or I went a few times, and then I didn't go. And so, Kerry, I'm probably your poster child for how not to do subscriptions right.
Kim, I have to add to that because I think it's all of us. We're all guilty. But you know what? We can't look back. We can't actually go and kick ourselves about what has already happened. And that's one of the things that I decided when I started working on my subscriptions and looking at my recurring payments. You can't. You will be in the fetal position in the corner of the room in a ball of tears. Like, I don't even know if a ball of tears exists, but that's what came out of my mouth. That's what will happen. Like, you can literally, have the moment where you just want to throw a complete pity party. But there's no point. Act on it now. Just know that, right, I've found you, I see you, and I'm coming for you. Look out.
All those recurring payments that we don't want, be careful, Kerry's in the house.
Ooh, yeah, I like that. But Kim, another one I want to talk about really quickly is the yearly ones. They are, I'm going to try and keep it clean, they are nasty. They are really nasty because they pop up. I don't know about you, Kim, I can't remember what I had for breakfast yesterday. Don't ask me in a year's time to remember that little sucker that jumped into my bank account or credit card and surprised me. They're the ones that really grind my beans because they're the easiest ones to forget. They're kind of hand in hand with the free trials is the annual ones, when it pops up once a year. And how many times have we seen a charge on our bank account or our credit card and gone, you know what, I'm going to fix you. Look out, I'm coming, I'm going to fix you. That's it. As soon as I get home, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. So imagine in a year's time when you have that moment and you see it and you're full of all that momentum, and then the kids need something, or your significant other needs something, or you've got to run out to the shops, or whatever comes up. We're all so busy. We are just running a million miles an hour. So I completely understand for anyone out there going, oh shit, that could be me. Well, it was me too. Like it was really me too, so I get it.
So, Kerry, will you share the story, because I love hearing it? Will you share the story of where this, like what you did to change your going forward, we'll call it, and where you helped us start to change ours?
Kim, I had my come to money moment when I wanted a new tool. I really, really wanted this new tool. And I'd seen this tool for years. I'd been kind of, it pops up in different spaces and you're like, oh, that'd be nice. One day. And I had a moment where I went, oh, come on. Like, really, can I just get the tool that I want? But my tummy was screaming at me at the time, going, hang on, dickhead, how much are you already spending? How much is going out of the account right now? And I didn't know the number. And I love numbers, and I know my numbers, but I didn't know that one. So I sat down and I went, you know what? It's time for a new spreadsheet on the keyboard, like the crazy cat. And I put together this really ugly spreadsheet for me to list all of my subscriptions, everything that was going out on those recurring schedules. And when I got to the total, I was like, ugh, that's not pretty. I still wanted this tool. I had to have this tool. I knew this tool was going to do amazing things in my business, but it was pricey. It was going to cost me. So then I looked at the list and I went, okay, so what are you going to replace? What can I get rid of so that I can have the tool that I want? And I had to play that game. I had to literally look at, okay, if I want this, it's kind of like pain and reward. It was pain and reward. It was the same thing. But I had to go through that process. I needed to know the numbers to make an informed decision. And there was a difference with what I was cancelling and what I wanted. There was a difference. But then I could make a decision of, you know what? It's going to save me time and it's going to cost me this much. But it's going to save me time. It's going to cost me this much. It's going to save me time. So what did that difference mean to me? What dollar figure was I looking at to make the difference in my business? And the only way I could do it was by listing everything and knowing exactly what I was faced with. It's like all of our numbers, Kim. We cannot make informed decisions if we don't know the numbers.
So, Kerry, this is exciting to me because it's very scary when you start talking numbers. But what you came up with is simple, and it gives us the information to not be scared. Mm-hmm. It gives us the information to do the things that we need to do as entrepreneurs, as business owners, as just humans in general.
It does, Kim. It really does. And from where this began and me literally going through this experience myself, and obviously, that kind of icky version that I started with has been polished. It's been tried and tested and improved a few times, and I've actually had a lot of feedback from people using simple subscriptions to help those improvements. So I'm not going to take credit for how much better it's become, because a lot of people helped in the development of this tool as well. But I love the fact that it's out there for free. But I also like the fact that we get the opportunity to come together in the live tour, and let me show you how easy it is to use. Because that's the missing piece of the puzzle, Kim. A lot of people sit there and watch their statements roll by, watch the charges go out of their accounts, and I guess a lot of people maybe don't feel they've got the opportunity to do a stock take. They don't have the opportunity to get in control of these recurring payments and get in control of their numbers in general. I invite everyone who wants to join the live tour. It's completely free to attend. We're on Zoom for 1 hour in the virtual cafe, and you get the free tool. Come and hang out with me and let me show you how easy it is, because it is a game changer, Kim. And I don't mind sharing that when the community has told me we're at $61,558 saved.
Wow.
That's just what they've told me. And you don't have to. You don't have to tell me. You can have the tool. You can come to Zoom. You can do all those things. You don't have to tell me your numbers, because you'll get your own free and private copy. I don't have access to your numbers, and you don't have to report them. So there's probably way more, Kim, that we don't even know about.
I'm sure, Kerry. I am absolutely sure that it's more, but just that amount in 1 year's time is astounding to me.
Yeah, I think so, Kim. The live tour of Simple Subscriptions is coming on July 12th. To reserve your free seat, head over to kerryzarb.com/simple subs, and the link is in the show notes. You know what? I think I can kind of crawl off my milk crate now because I got a little bit fired up there, Kim. Sorry.
I love it when you get fired up, Kerry. And I do want to make one more comment, because you said this in a different episode, but I want to go back to it for a second. And that is, if you're an entrepreneur or business owner and you're looking to make more money by trying to find more clients and do all of that, this is a quick way to save money in your business by taking this hour tour, and all of a sudden you're not paying out as much. It's going to feel like you have more customers or clients. I want to repeat what you said, Kerry, about that, because I think it's an important thing. We're all looking for more business, but sometimes taking care of what we're already doing can give us that financial push or boost that we need to take the pressure off.
Kim said it like a true entrepreneur. I love it. It is so good. Such a great highlight, and definitely something to consider, because you're right. We're all looking to make more money in our business, and we all need to make more money in our business. But what if? What if we can actually save some beans? What if we can actually save some money in our business instead of having to chase the sales so much? So I think that's an excellent point, Kim, and I'm so glad you brought it up.
Thanks, Kerry. I learned it from you. Just say.
Well, Kim, I think we're going to head out of here. Thank you for hanging out with me in the virtual cafe today.
Thank you, Kerry, and I'll see you next week.
Bye, Kim. Thanks for joining us in the virtual cafe. You can follow the show to be notified of future episodes, and if you're enjoying this podcast, we encourage you to leave a rating or personal review. Until next time, happy biz beans to you. No beans were harmed during the production of this podcast. Information contained in this podcast should be taken as general advice only, and your personal circumstances have not been taken into account. It is recommended that you seek financial advice from a professional who is licensed to do so. If you choose to act upon the general advice shared, you do so at your own risk.